Hello there, Samurai. It's DavinchyFX. Let's get straight into it. So, coming into the market today on a Thursday morning here, I had a previous analysis on these pairs, right? And they are my previous YouTube videos. Whereby we were looking from a completely different place to buy or either sell from. So a completely different point of interest to where we'll be looking at today. So now that's why I told you, based on how I trade and the slogan of the Forex Samurais, we react over what? Reaction over prediction. We don't predict, because no prediction only works when once you predict, you are not looking to change it, right? Till an outcome is what is being given. But reaction is you knowing that once this happens, you do this. But if this and this and this does not happen, you are not looking to do this. So you can have something you want to do in mind, but if this and this and these criteria are not met, these criteria, if they are not being met, you are not looking towards to do that thing you want to do. So that's how I trade, and that's basically how the samurais trade. So we're formally looking, as of yesterday, we're formally looking to buy from here, and you can see the perfect reaction from here. So now price come into our zone, started buying, right? But for me, if I do not get the proper confirmation that I need, I would not take a trade. So now, throughout this week here, I can tell you I lost just one trade throughout this week. So I didn't even really feel it much. Why? Because I'm following strict risk management too. So risk management is the only thing that will keep you smiling in this game. Even if you will not smile, but it's the only thing that will keep you long enough in this game. That is the only thing that can save you long enough in this game, because you cannot always win a trade. Not every time will you win a trade, but for you to be able to last long and keep, like, because trading is not a game of who makes the most money, is who can last longer in the game. Like how long can you last in the game? That's how trading works. So you need to be able to last long in the game. So I have just traded one pair and I've lost it. Just one loss throughout this week. So it's not that I did not have analysis, right? But I am a confirmation trader. Even if when price gets to my point of interest, if I do not see what I need to see, I would know what I'm not looking to take that trade. So that is the scenario that happened as of yesterday. So price got into my POI, started pushing up. A lot of traders here that still have this fear of missing out, FOMO, and have all those things that still what draws them back. So they would have, price is pushing up massively, let me just enter with the trade, let me not miss the trend. So they'll just press the buy, and price was here when I came to the market, because I got busy with something here, and I saw price pushing up already after taking out my Asian low. After I saw price pushing up, I went down to my smaller time frame. I did not see a confirmation. Then I placed my alert here, waiting for price to come back here to take out this low. Which when I went out and I came back, price already was reversed and was took out this low. And in that means I was not even looking for it to flip to bearish, but when I came back, it already flipped to bearish. Why? Because I did not get confirmation. So I did not lose this trade. It's not that I did not have analysis. I had an analysis, but I did not still lose this trade, even if this was my analysis based on what I am looking to react to, what my system is telling me to do. I must get this so and so confirmation before I can look to enter this trade. Not that I'm just trading blindly, aggressively. So you need to be to be a reactor, not to be a predictor. So now coming into the market today, after price has taken out this low as of yesterday's evening, you can see the time as of 19 o'clock. This is Nigerian time, not distant time. So that's about 7 o'clock. Price was flipped bearish. So a lot of people lost this trade after being in some profit for a while. That's what we call V1's profits. You guys that use WhatsApp to send V1's messages. So this is V1's profit. So you see it's a little bit, then pum. So but me, I did not lose any trade, even if I had the same analysis as you had, but I did not lose a trade while you did. Why? That's the benefit of what? Of confirmation trading. So you can win the trade also. There are times that you win the trade by luck, but I will not win any trade and you hit the trade and you'll be so happy. But you'll be looking to do that habit again. And there's one thing about trading: once you do an habit that is wrong, do it repeatedly, you will end up like, it will teach you a lesson for it. That's one thing about trading. Once you know this habit is not good, and you keep on doing it, they will get to a point that it will teach you a lesson that you mostly want to regret about. So that's just trading for trading. But for me, and people that do, there are a lot of aggressive traders, right? It's benefit for them, yeah, but you will lose more trades and you will catch lesser risk to reward than I as a confirmation trader. I will miss more trade, you will lose more trade. I will win more. I will miss more trade. You will lose more trade. I will win. I will lose. I will miss more trade. Sorry. You win more trade sometimes. You win. It's not even the amount of trade you catch. That's what traders don't know. It's not the amount of trade you catch. It's the amount of risk to reward you catch that will determine, most of the time, that will determine how much you can make. Because the risk to reward is telling you that if you are risking this, how much of this, like, times what of this do you want to get in return? So, and in every business, everybody wants to get an ROI, an higher ROI. So if you cannot get an ROI, what is the benefit of, except you want to be tearing lot size for smaller risk reward? And if you are tearing lot size for a smaller risk reward, what about the time that you lose a trade and you cannot fund back your account? That's what you should think of about first. So now, if you are looking at big professional traders catching 1 to 3, right, when they're catching 1 to 3 and they're making a lot of money, see it, can you risk as much as they are risking? So now let me say, now if they risk $50,000 on a trade, right, and they are just catching a 1:3 setup aggressively, based on they are not waiting for any confirmation, they don't need too much high risk to reward, and that 1:3 gives them $50,000 times 3, $150,000. They are okay for that month, even if they don't want to trade anymore. So, but for you now, you're trading a, let's say, $1,000 account or even $100 account, right? And you decide to risk $50, or there are some people that will risk the whole $100, right? And you don't have any other money to fund, right? But you want to take a lot like them. So if you risk that $100, right? Let's say you now lose that trade, you're back to square one, right? But for them, if they lose that $50,000, they will not feel it. They will not. Barely will they feel it. They will not even feel it. They are ready to fund another account, right? But for you now, if you're following confirmation and you're catching high risk to reward, you don't need to risk much to make that money. So now, even if aggressively you are catching a low risk reward, you are going for 1:3, right? And you are risking $50 off of your account. So $50 times 3, that's 150, right? And I will be here and I will risk just $10 and I will make that same money you are making with higher risk reward. So if I miss $10 now, $10, if I catch a 1:10 using confirmation entry on that same setup that you are catching 1:3 on, so 1:10 times 10 then the 1:10 setup, I'm risking just $10. 10 times 10, 100. So if I not catch 1:15, let's say the setup is giving me 1:15, that means I have 1:15, that's 10 times 15, that's 150. And you risk more than I risk, based on you're catching low risk reward, and I am risking less than you are risking with a higher risk reward, and I am still making the same amount you are risking. That means if we catch multiple setups, I will be making, at the end of the day, I will not be risking so much. And let's say we lose a trade, like out of that we see 3 setups and we lose 2 setups. So now you catch on the first setup is a winning trade, right? You made $150, right? That's your equity. And you risk $50 for that, right? And I risk $10, catch a 1:15 on the same setup. Now I have $150, you have $150, right? So you have $150, I have $150. So on the next trade you risk another $50, another setup, you lost that trade, you remain $100, right? And I risk my same $10, so I'm back to $140, right? You are back to $100 again. So on the third trade again, third setup, we lost again. So me, I'm back to what now? I'm back to $130. You minus 50, 100 minus 50, you're back to your same $50 that you started with. You're back to $50. Me, I'm back to $130. So what is more beneficial? Is it not the high risk reward? So that is just the benefit of high risk reward and strict risk management. Strict risk management principle. I've seen a lot of people like, you don't need high risk reward, you don't need high risk reward. Okay, because you think you are happy, right? That they can phone account and go for 1:1 and they are okay. Can you go for 1:1 without tearing lot size on that your small account? Can you? So I've seen a lot of people I've seen a lot of reasons why traders fail. But do you want to be like them? No, you don't want to end up like them. So you need to use your head. That is how it works. So now on this pair, I'll be looking to buy this pair if price taps into this zone before I can wait for a confirmation to buy this pair. So moving on to the next pair, we need to be quick with this. So now gbpusd, if we're looking to trade this pair, it is still bearish, right? But eurusd gave us a sign that it is bullish already. There's a likelihood that GU will flip bullish, but for now it is still bearish, and it has taken out our I think it has taken out our Asian, you can see it has taken out our Asian eye. It has taken out our Asian eye, so it is still very much bearish. So if you are looking to sell, I would be looking to sell from this zone, but based on sentiment, eurusd is already bullish. There's a likelihood that GU also flip bullish, but depending if it gives us a confirmation, then we'll be looking to trade it. So but for now, I'm now basically looking at this pair. Moving on to the next pair is gbpjpy, and most of the time GU and GJ normally does otherwise, right? gbpjpy, they do otherwise. So if GU is bullish, there's a likelihood that GJ will be bearish, and you can see GU is bearish. Can GJ still be bearish with it? Most of the time, no, it is not support based on sentiment. So there's a likelihood that GU will flip bullish, but for now GJ was formerly bullish as of when I came in this morning. Now you can see how massively it sold to break the lows, so now it is now bearish. So if I'm looking to sell this pair, I'll be looking to sell this pair if price retraces into this zone before giving me another BUS. But I need a valid pullback first before I can determine if that pullback, if that BUS is valid or not. But for now, if price gets to this zone, that's when I can look to sell this pair. That is that for GJ. Moving on to the next pair, usdchf. So on usdchf, it was formerly bullish, strongly bullish here. Now you can see it took out the lows. It was here this morning. I was looking for it to take this Asian low and gives me a confirmation at this zone without taking out this low, but it broke the low. Fine, we don't need to predict, we just want to react to the market. So now we are looking for price to retrace back into the zone, however long it takes, or give us another BUS. If the pullback is valid, then we can look towards change our point of interest. But for now, this is our point of interest. So that is that for USDCHF. USDCAD. Moving on to USDCAD. So on USDCAD, it has been strongly bearish since yesterday, and I marked out this my Asian eye since of yesterday, looking for a price to sweep it and tap into my zone. You can see a massive reaction it gives. But why did I not trade it? So for aggressive traders, this is a 1:10, close to 1:11. So now they will be enjoying this trade already as an aggressive trader. But for me, I did not get a confirmation here. That is why I did not enter this trade. But if I still want to scale in, I need price taking out this eye first, which happens to be my Asian eye, then giving me a confirmation above this eye. Until then, can I look to trade this pair? But for now, I'll keep on looking at this pair until price takes out this eye, or I wait for tomorrow Asian accumulation. But for now, I just keep waiting at this pair until price comes above this eye if I can scale in on this pair. And that is that for this on this. So moving on to the next pair, XAUUSD. So now we know, as we all know, XAUSD has been solidly bullish for quite a while. Then you can see this was my previous point of interest, which I marked. I deleted my rectangular tool, so I deleted it off. since price already flipped. So now price was reacting solidly from the zone, but I did not get a confirmation from here. That's why I did not enter the trade. Aggressive traders would have been in the trade rejoicing after a V1, price was pushing already V1's profit. Sorry. So but for me, I waited till the next day. So price hits my gold point of interest and started buying, but till the next day still there was no confirmation, right? Based on I was looking to do my session based thingy, like my session based trading. So yet still yet another day came in, then another day came in, then another day came in, then finally I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, before price, I think it was day before yesterday, before price decided to flip bearish. So now as it flip bearish, a lot of people were looking to sell from it, but for me, I don't predict. I only react to what the market is telling me to do. So now immediately the price gave me that thing. I waited for what a pullback into. I was looking to buy previously from here. I was looking to sell, sorry, not buy, sell previously from here. But price did not get there. Then goes ahead to give us what a valid pullback. Then what a BS to the downside. So now immediately I saw that BS to the downside. That zone becomes invalid to me. So now I was priced then this morning. Price was solidly bearish still. Then I had this my Asian eye to be swept. Then price swept it, gave me a minor confirmation here, as if it wants to give me a confirmation here. Then decided to flip bullish. Beautiful for me. I don't care. I don't predict, so it can never catch me off guard because I'm always ready for what wants to what happen in the market. Like this did a lot of a ton of thing on me when I first started trading here back then, whereby I had one static thing in my mind, one dormant thing in my mind that once market must do, like market must buy, market must sell, because it told me it's going to buy now. Like why all of a sudden, why can it just change like that now? But now, like I am ready to change my analysis in less than seconds, depending on what the market is telling me to do. That's how flexible I have become. So you need to be so flexible in the game of Forex. You need to be so like trading is the most, like you need the most flexibility. That's why like my channel is what based on reacting. You need to be what reactive when you want to trade with me. So now like my analysis can change in less than 2 minutes. I can tell you that I'm bullish now, then all of a sudden you just come back and meet me. I'll tell you no, I'm not bullish, I'm bearish, based on what I trade 15 minute structure. I'm a day trader, but I'm more what, and I'm so flexible to that extent. That's how I trade. So I don't have one dormant thing in my head that I do. I'm just reacting to the market. So if you are trading the 4 hour, you can have one dormant, like you can be more dormant and more static than I am. But for me, based on I trade only the 15-minute structures, I need to be super flexible with what I do. So now coming then, it was just this morning market flip though. Like it was formally bearish. I was selling, I was looking to sell gold as of this same morning before this video is being made, and all of a sudden I'm looking to buy gold in less than few minutes. You can see how flexible you need to be for that. So now I had this point of view, like going down to my 1 hour time frame. Then I marked out the visible point of interest for me to work with. Then now I'm looking to buy if price what retraces into this zone. So this previous zone I was looking to what sell from is no more. I don't care about it anymore. So that's how you need to what, you don't have one thing that like is not as if that thing is a god to you that you must do. You don't need to care about it. Like you don't, this zone must not be like, so you don't need to give it this, how am I gonna put it, this pedestal in your head that this zone is so great, this zone is so, nah. Only thing you are working with is what is your market structure. Because market structure is king. It rules the game. That is the only thing that matters to you. So now work with your market structure always. So now since I mark this zone, if price gets to this zone, I need a confirmation also. So I don't just trade blindly. I don't trade by like rules. Like I'm so rule oriented. So I am only trading my system. I am not predicting the market. I'm trading my system, and that has saved me from a lot of losses. So I can tell you for a fact that in this 1 week I have just lost one trade. And imagine in just 1 week there are people that have blown their account in just that 1 week, and you are telling me that in at least in just this week I've lost just 0.5% of my account. Like, will trading be a burden to you? Will it be a pain to you? No. Why? Because what? you have a system that you work with. That is how trading is supposed to be. Trading is not supposed to be complicated. Okay? But they make it what they have made it what so complicated for you that you look at it as a big deal. Why? Because what they don't want you to win. Institutions don't want you to win. That's why they complicate everything for you. So that is how it works. So moving on to for crypto traders, I made some analysis for you guys. BTC USD. So like BTC traders are like crypto traders, sorry, in general are suffering a lot nowadays, yeah, because the way the market is flipping here and there is crazy, especially BTC. BTC is flips like more than 3 to 4 times in a day most of the time. So you need to be super careful with it, especially if you're a day trader. You need to be so careful with it, and it has saved me a lot. Like just this week, I have not traded it, even if I had set up on it. And it's not that I don't want to trade it; it is not just giving me confirmation, or most of the time, it is not retracing into my zone before giving me another structure to work with. So you need to be reactive with it. Aggressive traders will suffer a lot. I have a friend that's traded prop now. He's still doing all the trade he has placed on ethusd. For this month, he has lost everything. Everything has hit his SL. And I am here. I have caught a setup. I can show you the setup. I'll show you a setup. I had the 1:62 sets, 1:61 setup. Sorry, I'll show it to you on ethusd, which price already sold 1:37 before price reverse to my stop loss and retrace back and flipped bullish. So price is doing a lot of manipulation this month. So you need to be careful out there. Alright? You need to be so careful out there. But at the same time, I can decide that as price has moved 1:37 set for me, I can decide to close at any point. But I'm the kind of person that I need price to hit my TP or hit my SL. Whatever happens, because I know how I trade. I know where price is supposed to go to at every trending market in every point in time. So most of the time I do not close my trade until it hits the TP. That's just how I trade. Except if you have a risk to reward, a permanent or fixed risk reward that you work with, fine. But for me, structural highs and low is my SL and my TP points. That's how I trade. So it has saved me a lot from all, like most of the losses. I barely have not entered any setup on crypto throughout this week, because none of them has given me none of them has met my system rule. None of them are giving me something to work with. So that's how your rule is supposed to be strict with it. That's how it works. So moving on to the next. No, we are not done with this. So I was looking for BTC to sweep this Asian low. This is my Asian low. Before I can wait for a confirmation to buy this pair, or if price goes ahead to flip to break structure further to the upside without taking out this low, I don't care about this zone anymore. I don't care about this point of interest anymore, because I'm just looking to look for another point of interest to buy from. So you need to react and not predict the market. So for now, BTC USD is solidly bullish. You want to next for ethusd. ethusd is still very much bearish. Even if BTC is bullish already, it's still very much bearish. So it flipped bullish yesterday, then it flips. You can see it flip bullish, then it flip back bearish. So we can work with anything. That is how flexible we are. We can work with anything. That's how flexible we are. So if price gets to this zone, we wait for a confirmation. If price decides to flip, we are okay with it. We don't have one primary thing that we must do. Nah, we are just reacting to whatever. And price has taken out the 1 hour low. Price has taken out the 1 hour low. So there's a likelihood ETH will also flip bullish. There's a likelihood for that. But I'm not trading sentimentally. I'm trading whatever market structure tells me to do. That's how flexible I am with the market. So this is the 1:62 setup I was talking about, right? So now, for an aggressive trader, that's why I'll tell you that aggressive trading cannot give you what a confirmation trader will never give you the risk to reward a confirmation trader gets. So for an aggressive trader, if they are looking to sell from this my zone, look at how tiny the setup is. they will be looking to sell their stop loss here, then their TP here. They'll be catching 1:889. Let's just say max 1:2, right? But for me, based on first confirmation I got was giving me a 1:12, right? Then I got, and it came in the next day. I scaled in. Second confirmation is giving me a 1:61.97. That's close to 1:62, right? And I scaled in again. I had the screenshot on my phone. I deleted all those setup because I'm about to delete all these ones too, because buyers decided to flip back bullish. But if not for the manipulation going on this month, I would have caught a total of more than 1:120, 1:100 plus on this pair, because I scaled in again here. Let's go down to the 1 minute time frame. That's where I catch my entries. So on the 1 minute time frame, I scaled in again. On the 1 minute time frame, I scaled in again here, targeting a 1:37, and I scaled in again here, targeting a 1:19. This was already playing out, you can see, for price reversed. So now I was targeting a 1:61 here, close to 1:62. Let's just say price already sold 1:37. You can see, price already came down 1:37. So I can decide to close it and I'm done for the month. You can see. But I placed this trade on a live TikTok live. I was live on TikTok when I placed this trade, and I can bring out testimonials for you if you think I'm joking about this. So I can show you screenshots before and after. You can, if you need screenshots in the comment section, just ask for it. Just type the word screenshots and I will give it to you. Screenshot ethusd and I will give it to you. So market is already coming down, selling 1:37, and I scaled in on the 1:30 and another 1:37. Okay, I was on this 1:61, sorry, and I scaled in another 1:37 and another 1:19 over here. Totaling what, 1:100, and that's more than, plus this 1:12 that was already in. That's almost more 120 something. So now an aggressive trader will be catching, we'll go back to the 15 minute. An aggressive trader will be catching just a 1:2, while I will be catching 1:100 plus in a month, and I'm done. I'm done for that month. Like, even if I enter another trade and I lose, I would never feel it, because what, I am risking less. And even if I lose that trade, that means I just lost one risk reward out of 1:120 something. Like, that is, like, you will not feel trading in that way. Trading will not be a burden to you. Trading will not be a burden to you in that way. So just, you need to know what you are doing, okay? You need to know what you are doing, alright? That's how trading is supposed to be. They have made trading look so tough and complicated to us. Meanwhile, everything needs to be stupidly simple, and it will work out for you. It's going to work out for you, I trust. So if you need help, let me see you like, follow, subscribe. Sorry, we don't use the word follow here. Subscribe, turn on the notification, so whenever I update a new video, you get it. Upload a new video, you get it. You get notified that I uploaded. And if you need my help, let me see you in the comment section. See you a lot in the next video.